Hey everyone, it's Andy with Barchefs. As you can see, I'm swapping out some rails here. I've already swapped this rail. This is a white rail, and what we're doing is we're swapping all the green rails. I'm going to quickly walk you through it so you know how to take the rails on and off. So the first thing you're going to notice is there's a nylon screw here that has to be removed. Inside there's going to be 3/4 20s behind that connect the rail, and there are 3 holes that line up through the bottom. The tools that I'm going to need for this job are a flathead. I recommend you use a handheld instead of a drill if you're not experienced with it. These are very delicate, so you don't want to over tighten. I keep my setting at 1 even when I'm doing it, and I'm pretty good at it. If you're not, use a handheld flathead to take these out. You're also going to need a 16-inch needle nose pliers. Using the right job will greatly improve your success with this. It's very easy if you use the correct tools. So I recommend grabbing a 16-inch pair of needle nose pliers. You're also going to need a 6-inch Phillips head extension. You're going to need the thin one. You can't use the big fat ones. I am using the Milwaukee 6-inch extension. Just make sure you get the single unit thin one, not the ones that piece together because they're too fat for the hole that goes through here. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to remove these 3 nylons. Carefully so that I don't damage them. I'm just going to put my screws aside. And then I'm going to loosen my screws. I'm not going to remove them all the way just to make it easy on myself. I'm going to just slightly loosen them. And then what I'm going to try to do is just pull out my rail so that it pulls the screws out. I'll just do that till each one releases, and then I can use my finger to make sure that bolt doesn't pull out. There we go. Now you see all 3 of my bolts down here are, well, I didn't quite release this one, so I'm just going to release that. Now my rail is free, and I can grab all my bolts, or I could reinstall them if I want using my needle nose. You simply put your bolt in at a slight angle like this, and you stick it up through the hole and realign it and push it out. Now I'm going to swap to my white rail I've got over here. The way I'm going to do this is just get it kind of close, and I'm just going to gently secure one at the end just so my bolt doesn't push back through. Just a few threads, then I'm going to move to the next one. And then the last one. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure that my setting is at one of the lowest settings. I keep mine at 3. You don't need to over tighten these. Now the last thing I'm going to do is reinstall my nylon screws. And this is where you want to be careful not to over tighten. Again, keep your setting at 1 or use a handheld so that you don't dent your nylon screws. And that's finished. In order to remove the slate to refelt it, you would need to be able to accomplish all 6 rails. That's how you do it. If you have any more questions, just email us at sales@barchefs.com.